Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I got the Miniverse Target holiday ones. These don't appear to have pinholes or any kind of markings to tell what's inside. There is a chart for weighing them, but I don't like doing that. So we're just gonna open it and see what's in here. I see that they gave us a basket. Is it the same one as last time? I think so. So we have our Target basket, super cute. Oh, I wanted to see these. It's the Christmas cookies. It looks like they're snowmen, Santa, and maybe candy canes. And then we have the sprinkles to decorate those with. That looks absolutely adorable. Also have a cookie sheet to put those on. Looks like a plate as well. Just a plain plate. Some icing tips. We also have spatula tongs. The dog goes on top of the topper. Here's where the dog goes. And then they gave us stickers again. Are they Christmas ones? They're not. I think those are the exact same ones that we got last time. That's kind of sad. This insert's different than usual. It says how to play with resin, layering it. Okay, and then we have the checklist. There's cake pops, those look fun. There's a Yeti cave kit. Sugar cookie trays, what we're doing today. Reindeer brownie bites. Peppermint ice cream. Bullseye cookies and milk. Then we have some hot cocoa and a cart. That is hilarious. 8 different ones to collect, so let's clean up and get to making this one. I'm already judging these instructions and having doubts. You're going to cover it with resin. Use a spatula to drag it across it. Cover it in sprinkles. And then drag it across again so that you can see these lines. And then you set it. First of all, I think it's going to be hard to hold. Second of all, I don't know that it's going to work that nicely. But I will be pleasantly surprised if it does. I'll say that. I totally just ripped that. Maybe I should keep that intact so I could put them back in there, huh? Or you can put them on the plate. So we got like 2 or 3 of each. Santa, those are repeats. Snowman, Santa, snowman. This is what they look like up close. Probably most concerned for the candy cane. Maybe we'll start with that one. First, let's get my tabletop that I use to transport what I make to the UV light. And we're going to ice it. I'll do a red one first, but I'll probably do a green one and make one of each color. I would assume that's gonna be messy. I just opened that. I'm gonna assume less is best. So let's see if I can hold it with this maybe so I don't get resin on my hand. I'm going to use a toothpick to kind of smear this around so it goes into all the grooves. Kind of like that. And you could use the toothpick to drag across there too, if you held it on the side. I'll probably use a spatula though. I feel like that makes more sense. So let's see, maybe I'll drag it that way. Okay. Let's drag it again. I think, try not to get it on the side because it will stick wherever you put it. I mean, you could see the line, so let's see if that's good enough. This is legit scary. Oh my gosh. because you want like a lot. I'm just going to gently sprinkle it like that. Maybe let it set a second. Probably have to wipe this off. So I have a paper towel off to the side here where you can't really see it. And let's try to, honestly, not too bad. This might be a painstaking process though. What are we doing, 8 of them? Oof. And again, get those off the side if you don't want them there. Okay, that's kind of cute. Let me cure that. I think that might cure nicely. You can see the lines. So let's set that and do another one. Let's do a Santa, and we'll do green this time. You don't need much. That actually might be too much, but we'll find out here in just a moment. All right, so again, I'm gonna gently smooth over everything so it gets in those little crevices so that the sanding sugar stuff has something to cling on to. Okay, I lied. Maybe we need just a little bit more for the hat. And this will only take just a moment to cure since there's not much resin, but I over cure mine. If it says like 5 or 10 minutes, I'll probably cure it for like 15. Okay. I'm gonna roll it off. Wipe it off on my napkin. Let me go the other way maybe. Kind of a tricky one just in the sense that it's hard to hold and wipe off. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I do see a red dot on it from the sanding sugar over here, but I think it's okay. I'm gonna open this over it because I know from experience it's all gonna fall out. Want to get the little corner over there? Oh my gosh. You can scrape this stuff up. Ooh, you could even do like a red and green one. That would be fun. I might experiment and try that. Because isn't that how they are in the store? Aren't there some that are red and green? I feel like there is. I'm gonna wipe this off. Try to go over it again. I feel like this is cute, but I kind of wiped off too much right there. Can I put some back in there? There you go. I think that's cute. It's flesh, and you can see the lines, so let's cure that one. While those are curing, I'm gonna mix these together and see, is it like brown and gross, or can you still see? It still looks Christmassy to me. Yeah, maybe you need to add a touch more red. I think that could be cute. We're gonna do a snowman next. And I'm gonna put all this on a plate and we will use that to decorate that one. All right, snowman, hold it. Add a little bit of resin. I feel like their ideas have always been pretty creative, but I feel like the past couple series have really been stepping it up with the ideas and things that they come up with. Like this. Who would have ever thought? Of course, everyone knows these cookies. They've seen them before in the store. But to think to do them and like actually execute it in a way that works, pretty cool. Adding just a touch. There we go. Oh my gosh, my battery's dying. I'm going to try to hurry up and do this. And then wipe it like that. You can kind of see where the gaps are where it's not taking, so Just fill that in. Okay, I'm gonna try to sprinkle this on before my battery dies, and then I'll do the other ones. You don't have to watch me do them all, just the same thing over and over, but I wanted to do at least one of each. Did just make a mess of that plate though, but that's fine. Okay, let's scrape real quick. Okay, maybe not quite as cute as the solid ones. But that's why you come to watch these videos, right? To see if you like how I do it or not. Let's cure it. He looks a little dirty. And then we'll do up close. So here is what they look like in the tray. I don't recommend doing the two-tone. I'll show you those better in a moment. But they do go in a certain order to fit in here nicely, and you can kind of tell by the shape. So that's pretty cool. So you can store them in there. Don't carelessly rip this like I did. But you can also display them on the tray or even on the plate. So I will put them on here because I feel like you're going to be able to see them best laid out on the cookie sheet. Even though I didn't like how the two-tone one turned out, I did a second one just so I didn't have one that just looked crazy. Might as well have a matching pair. So this time I didn't mix the colors together. I just lightly tapped red and then went in with some green and then a little bit more red. So that's why this one looks that way. And then if you mix them, it kind of looks a little murky like that. I feel like if you're going to do this, you should do mostly red and just a tad of green so it doesn't look like brown. But these other ones I thought turned out pretty good. It was pretty easy to do. I would advise light resin, tap the color on there, and when you go to scrape it off, if it's not showing as well, I think this one was the last one I did, and maybe that one. I had the toothpick and I just kind of traced over any area that is supposed to stand out, and I went real slow like that and kind of wiped it off, and then that way it showed better. So if I would have done that with this, I could have cleaned up some of these lines. It just depends like how much you want to nitpick or be particular about it. But yeah, I think it turned out better whenever I took the time to do that. So it can be time consuming since there's 8 of them, but I think it turned out really cute. I'm happy to have this one. I have several more to open. So if you want to see what I make next, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.